degrees. Well, now to a story a century and a half in the making. Today, the Le Mars Public Library launched 150 days of community celebrations, all in commemoration of the library's 150th anniversary. And to celebrate, the library unveiled new student design cards. Yeah, check them out. Pretty cool here. The library was established on March 11th, 1876. A competition held last fall invited students from Le Mars to put their own artistic stamp on Le Mars history by creating a special edition of the library card. So the library unveiled the winning designs made by middle school students Sophia and Isaac. The library printed them out, so they're ready to be assigned to readers. Students say they just love to read and they love to be a part of the celebration.
I hope it gets people to read more and maybe, come here more. I did a little field of lilacs and then bees flying around. For the bigger one, I did a book nook.
So cute. The designs are wonderful. The contest started back in September, and because of the multiple designs, they couldn't just pick one.
The two that were selected, both embodied kind of like the mind and the spirit of a child. What better thing encompasses a library, that is a public institution, than choosing a school and a homeschool student?
500 cards were printed of each design. If an Iowa resident already has a card, they can just ask for one of the new library cards for $1. And by the way, anyone who lives in the state of Iowa can get a library card in Le Mars. So we have more information about the 150th celebration in this story right now on KTIV.com.